What's up, guys? You know who it is. Out here in the shop, kind of getting a couple things mocked up on the old 72 C10. This has got the 6 liter I was telling you guys about on a couple different videos. It's been so cold, I haven't been able to get out here and do anything. And as you can see, I've got my cold weather gloves on, so we ain't gonna be out here very long. But I wanted to show you guys some new stuff I picked up here. I've been kind of buying things here and there from auction sites, and here recently I went to a pawn shop and I picked up some wrenches. And you guys know that I like wrenches. I've got a couple different toolboxes. These are all outfitted with wrenches here. This is pretty much all Snap-on and a little bit of Mac. All outfitted here. Recently picked up these double box in Snap-on wrenches here. Got these for 150 bucks on Marketplace, and I bought these because I already had the metric set here, and I did not have the SAE set, so I figured, why the hell not? And so I went out and got those, and kind of, expanding my set. Got a couple other things in here. I got some cheaper Craftsman Chinese knockoff crap in here as well, but because of the profile of the wrench is the reason why I bought it. You don't always have to get the most expensive brands. You can buy some sub-tier brands, and it'd be just fine. So we got that in the main box. Then over here in the auxiliary box, we've got a plethora of different types of wrenches here. Anything from your Capri double box ends, which I really love. If I want to buy a box end wrench, it's going to either be it's going to be pretty much be the Capri ones. I mean, I like the beam on these because it reminds me of the old, I think, knuckle saver wrenches that came out from Mac, and I like that square beam. I know some people complain that it hurts their delicate hands, but I'm not one of those people. So got that set. Got some Olsa Tools extraction wrenches that have that unique profile for removing rusted fasteners. Obviously here in the Midwest where it's like 18 degrees outside right now, we need that kind of stuff because everything rusts. Recently picked up off of an auction site. I got another set of these short wrenches from Snap-on. I gave $4 a wrench for these here, and it goes from 3/4 down to I think 3/8. Yeah, 3/8. Just got those. Didn't need them, but for $3-4, I mean, I could sell that set and make more money than what I invested in it. Up here, I'll try to get this. This toolbox is pretty raggedy, so I'm trying to pull that drawer out too much. Here's a set of wrenches I got. So you can see these are Snap-on, and I got like a whole bag of these wrenches for a couple bucks. I think I paid like $7 or $9 for the whole bag of wrenches. And so this is the only one that I could not get warrantied out through Snap-on Corporate. So I contacted Snap-on, told them what I had, and they looked for this one here, but they didn't have it. They no longer offer a 25, 30 seconds. So they said, well, we can't give you that. So I said, well, you guys give me a 13/16. And they said, yeah, pick what you want, we'll send it. So we're going to keep that one, see if we can clean it up and make it useful. It's not a bad wrench. It's just there's no chrome left on it, but you can tell whoever had it just neglected the wrench. They didn't really use it or anything like that because it's not marred up on the business end. It's just rusty. So we'll see what we can do over the summer. But as a result of all those wrenches that I got, I was able to warranty out. They let me warranty out everything else that I had gotten, and I told them, I says, hey, I got these from an auction. What can you guys do? And they took them back, guys. I mean, people always complain about warranty process and Snap-on not accepting claims and all that kind of stuff. I've never had a problem with warranty any tool out through Snap-on. And the wrenches that I sent back were not quite, that's the worst in terms of condition. The rest of them were rusty and missing chrome and a little bit more damage on the business end. But in general, if you really needed to keep them, you could have kept them and used them. I just wanted to see if they were warrantying them out because I haven't submitted a warranty claim to Snap-on in probably like 2-3 years, and they sure did. So they sent me, which is why you see these weird sizes kind of like here, and they're not really necessarily a set, but we've got like two 9/16 wrenches, but one of them is a long pattern and the other one is a standard length combination wrench. They're not Flink Dry Plus or nothing like that. I didn't, I just said, hey, this is what they are. I gave them the part numbers, and this is what they warrantied out and gave me back in return. So I got all of those 3/4 inch drive. I mean, these are just common SAE sizes. And then for that particular wrench, they sent me, I think it was this one. No, it wasn't that one. This is another one that I got, 15/16 1 inch. But they sent me, I think I picked 13/16. Yeah, I did on this one here. And this is the wrench that I asked for as a replacement for that one. It's not a dual, it's two different sizes, but I figured this would be more useful. And I don't think, maybe I have it. Yeah, I do have it. I was thinking maybe I did not have that size in the set that I already had, but apparently I do. So anyway, so I've got a couple wrenches here, but this is just like a $7 investment. And when I did the math, it's like over $475 worth of wrenches if you have to buy them brand new. So I mean, I'm not going to say Snap-on's going to treat everybody the same. I've been working with those guys. Anybody, and then when I say this, people are going to be like, bullshit. But the truth is, I've been working with Snap-on for a long time, not on a sponsor level or nothing like that. I just had a lot of tools that I've warrantied over the years, and it just seemed when I reach out to them, I seem to get the service that I expect. And I can't say that's going to be the same for everybody, but that's just my personal experience. So I got all those back. I got them in there. And I think that's pretty much it. Now, I did go to the pawn shop, like I said, earlier this week. And I picked up, me and my brother went to go look for a welder for him. And I bought some wrenches. So what we got here, and I'm going to probably go and do another video on this at a later date, but this is the one that interests me the most. It's a company called HWI. It is USA made. And these look like the old industrial wrenches, I believe it's called. But I like the profile. Now, this is a really thick wrench. Like, this is thicker than any wrench that I own. This is thicker than like Harbor Freight, Chinese Craftsman, and any other offshore brand that you can think of. This is much thicker. So I don't know why back in the day they made such a thick wrench. Maybe because the metal wasn't as hard. I don't know. But nonetheless, we got this one, and I love the look of this wrench. I like the style of it. And I want to see if I can come up with a full set of these. So if you or anybody you know has these wrenches from HWI, reach out to me, let me know, because I may want to procure them from you. So, but that's one I'm going to probably do another follow-up video on once I learn more about the company. I tried to get on Garage Journal and find something out about HWI, and I was not successful the first go-around. I did pick up some of these old Craftsman USA socket-in wrenches where it's got a socket in on one side of it, and then the combination open box open end on the other. These are USA made, and these are brand new, so whoever had them never used them. So I don't know, you can date code Craftsman stuff. I guess this earlier stuff, you can kind of date code it. I don't know when these were probably made, if these were like 80s or 90s. I'm not sure. But I picked up some of those because they had them. They were a little bit different. And I bought them for the video, really. I didn't buy them because I needed them. I bought them for this video because I don't know how you guys feel about it, but I like vintage tools. And I've got a nice variety of vintage stuff that I still use. And my question was, do any of you guys like vintage tools? Do you buy any older stuff and try to use it? For me, it's more of like a sentimental value, like saying, hey, here's a tool that somebody used back in the day, and who knows what they did with it, you know, their life, their career, etc. And it's kind of cool to kind of put some of those things back into service that would otherwise be kind of overlooked or even thrown away in some cases, right? Because people today just don't see the value and stuff like that. So I got this last little random socket in here I'm trying to get out. That's not important because it's not even American made. But anyway, so I got those, and then I had I like these Craftsman line wrenches, the brake line wrenches or whatever you want to call them. So I got one of those. Here's another one of the socket end wrenches. All of them are brand new. I need to go back to that pawn shop and see if they have any more. I didn't get a chance to look as long as I would have liked. Thank you, Michael, if you're watching this video. But here's another one I kind of like. And like I said, this kind of is kind of reminiscent of this wrench here. This is a newer version of that, but it's still got that kind of an angle. And I can see how that could be useful. So I grabbed this one. Like I said, hopefully they've got some more. Hang on one second, guys. All right, sorry about that. My cameras were going off on my property, and had to see who that was. But anyway, so yeah, I like old tools, and I was trying to get some to kind of add to my service cart. I'll show you that here in a minute. But I also got a right tool. This is 1¼ inch, half-inch drive. Obviously, Wright is a sponsor of the channel, and whenever I see a Wright tool in the wild, I typically grab it because, you know, I like to show them that I'm supporting their brand, whether it be buying brand new or used. So pick that guy up. We'll just throw that back there. And now we've got an extra socket. And used tools, man, like, you know, everything, if you don't know anything about my channel, and maybe you're still watching, maybe you're not, but everything that I have, all the stuff I have, I did a video here recently, and I said probably 50 grand. I would assume that I'm probably closer to $75,000 worth of tools, and everything that I have, for the most part, is all name brand. Like this drawer here is probably, I don't know, I estimate about $15,000 worth of sockets, because everything in here is pretty much Snap-on, Mac, SK, and then I also have some other stuff like Capri tools. But for the most part, you know, we're talking the majority of everything in here is Snap-on. Wherever you pick up, it's going to be a Snap-on or a Wright tool or a Mac or SK, something that has some value. And I bought everything used. Everything that I have in here is used. Like I said, it could be a estate sale, it could be an auction, it could be an online auction, whatever the case may be, Facebook Marketplace. Everything in here is procured secondhand. So you don't have to go in a tool truck to buy tools. You can, if you're smart with your money, you can make a badass setup. And I for anybody at my level, not talking about a professional mechanic, I would put my box up against anyone else's box in terms of the quality and the content of the tools that I have. I think I did a pretty good job over the years. But here's a socket, Snap-on socket. This is what size? 11/16, 6-point. And then I've got a couple of these. I use these on my motorcycles. This is a T50 and a T40. I bet they have more of these. This is at a pawn shop we stopped at along the way. This is a different pawn shop than where I got those at. But I think they probably have more of these, and I'm going to go back and try to find more. But these are from Carlisle, and Carlisle makes pretty good tools. And then lastly, I bought this. This is a Chinese one, I think, or Taiwan, whatever the case may be, but it's Craftsman. And you guys know I do like Craftsman wrenches, some of the professional series style. This one here was really beefy. There's nothing wrong with this wrench. You can tell the weight of it, the quality of it, that it's a good wrench. And so I just went on and grabbed that one. Like I said, I was trying to grab some stuff to make a good video. And then lastly, we've got this old USA made Napa wrench. Once again, 7/8, I think that is, or 5/8 and 11/16 line wrench. So do you guys use vintage tools? Do you still put them in a service like I do? I like it. Just want to get your thoughts on that. Show you some of the stuff you can pick up. Altogether, that investment was $23 total for everything that I got there. And now, if you have to go buy it brand new, obviously you're gonna spend way more than $23. I mean, hell, for this socket, you couldn't buy this one socket for 23 bucks. So from right out, from the Snap-on truck. So that being said, I think I got a pretty good deal. And like I said, all of this stuff here, what I'll probably end up doing is I'll grab it like that, and mine is that, and that one, that one too, and they'll go right over here. And this is my service cart, which looks like a mess because I've been working for the last year on trucks, so I haven't had a chance to organize. But I'll put all that stuff in here. And this is the cart that gets pulled out in the driveway when I'm like testing and tuning the truck or a car, and I'm take a drive and I come back home and notice that something's leaking, or I put something on wrong and I gotta hurry up and fix it. Where it sits, this is the cart that'll get drug out to the driveway, and or the cart that my little boys will come in and grab stuff in when they're playing, like they're working on things. But I've got, big wrenches in here that are old proto stuff, but usable stuff. Their sizes and their configurations are usable. Like this old Armstrong here, which is a 1 1/16 and 15/16. It had a crack in the end of it. I just repaired that crack, but it's still a very usable tool. Old Thorson USA made wrench, 9/16, 1/2 inch, but it's still USA made. different angle wrenches, you know, all different styles. Armstrong, those are all my Cobalt USA stuff. More proto wrenches in here. I didn't realize I had so many proto ones in here. You know, old Williams, think Super Wrench is Williams. But yeah, I've got a lot of vintage tools. And vintage tools is great because, like I said, they're typically a little bit stronger than some modern age tools. You're going to get them far less cheaper than what you would ever spend on Harbor Freight or any other sub-tier or mid-tier brand. If you just go around to your local pawn shops and stuff like that and find them. And I guess the question begs the question, do you even have pawn shops that have old tools? And if you do, are they priced reasonably? Because I've heard a lot of people say that some of these pawn shops are charging prices that are comparative to new tools and new current prices. So I would like to know about that as well. So, and the oldest wrench I probably have before I let this video end is this little Super Wrench here. Part number, what is that? 1 1/8 by 1 1/16. You'll never break that wrench. So just give me your thoughts, guys. Share your thoughts. And yeah, that's going to be it for this video. And I will catch you in about 4 days because I'm getting ready to make another trip for work. So until then, guys, peace.